My name is Ben Hareth. I'm VP Design for Specialist Sports, a dream job where I get to look over the creation of many sports, including Padel. Adidas has been involved in Padel for more than 10 years, and so we've been in a constant dialogue with players at all levels, from pro players to everyday athletes that play. And so we've gathered all these insights over many years that have fueled the decisions built around this range that you see here. Firstly, what we've noticed is the game is speeding up in general. So play is getting faster. The court surfaces are changing with less sand, meaning faster play, and players are reacting and changing how they play accordingly. So fast and speed, lightweight, quickness is important. And that's a theme you see across all three shoes. They're all designed for light and fast. Second, what you see is rotation movements. The ball comes from every angle in Padel, and you need to be able to move quick on your feet, turn, respond, react to the ball coming at you. And so therefore rotational movements is also a key principle brought into this. And thirdly, it's about comfort and cushioning. And players need a lot of energy in Padel, and sometimes on their feet a lot, sometimes multiple games per day. They ask for comfort and cushioning. So they're the things that make them similar across the range. Now, what makes them different? Now, we have three models. The first one is the Crazyquick Boost. Now, this offers our premium technology of boost that really gives a feeling of endless energy. It makes you feel powered, responsive as you play. If you're playing a lot of Padel, it's recommended. And this works in combination with the comfort collar wrapped around the heel that really secures your foot in place, allowing, again, comfort and stability. Now, as you move to the next model, the Crazyquick Light Strike, this offers a different cushioning in the heel. This is Light Strike. It's lighter than Boost. It's not as cushioned, but if you're a speed player, just after light and fast movements, then that's your shoe. I don't have exact numbers. We're roughly around 10% lighter than this model. Again, it might not feel as comfortable. That's really in this model. But for light and speed, quickness, again, we recommend this one. We've also minimized where possible on the upper, again, creating a lightweight sensation of this model. And then as you move to this model, this is the Court Quick. And Padel is a popular sport enjoyed by everyone, not just the pro players that might choose one of these models. But we also see that even if you want a Padel model that works for you, but you're not playing competitively, you still need a shoe. We've tried to bring in and combine as much of the insight that we hear that's needed, from the multi-directional traction to a cushioned cloud foam midsole to what is this sling frame that holds and braces the foot. And you see that across all three models as well. So the sling frame is really the key identity of this range of shoes. It connects all. And it's really about bracing and cradling the foot as the player does all these explosive and dynamic movements around the court. And that feature you see across all models. Again, we see that as being a universal need for all players. So that's a little bit about what unites them and then what makes them distinct as well. So firstly, the game of Padel is evolving rapidly. As it grows, it's evolving, and so are the court surfaces. So in the past, you'd see a mix of maybe a lot of sand on the courts, where sometimes clay tennis models were very appropriate for that, and players, that was their preference. As the courts get faster, there's less sand. We've found from some players that becomes too grippy. There's too much grip. When you're doing the movements you need the right balance of traction and grip as well. So that's why we've created this new multi-directional outsole. Again, it builds on, firstly, the pivot point, that enhances the turning movement that you see all the time in Padel. And then we've zoned out the outsole in different segments with different directions of traction to really enable grip in all directions. So that's very different from how a tennis model or an indoor model is actually created. So that's the first step in the difference between the traction needs between tennis and Padel. Yeah, we've been in a constant dialogue with our pro players since many, many years, actually. One, listening to their preferences, and I think it's really about that, listening to them, finding out what works, what they feel confident and comfortable in. And based on all of that is really what you see here today. So they've informed key decisions around the amount of cushioning needed, the amount of support needed, the amount of traction needed to provide those quick sprints to the net, to provide rotational movements or comfort and cushioning. And really, all of that has led into what you see here today in these two models.